Grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage for the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Here we go. No, 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 no. Said I'll never do it again. No, 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 no. Man, I slept. No, 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 no. Said I'll never do it again. No, 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 no. Well, man, no, 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 no. Said I'll never do it again. No, 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 no. Man, I'm tired of this shit. No, 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 no. Said I'll never do it again. No, 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 no. Man, it's the detox. No, 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 no. Said I'll never do it again. No, 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 no. Said I would never do it again. No, 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 no. Said I'll never do it again. No, 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 no. I'm so tired of this shit. No, 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 no. Said I'll never do it again.
Hey there. Welcome to the Overcomers of Relapse podcast. I am D, your host. This is episode 5 of season 3 for my podcast. So welcome to all listeners out there. It is great to share this experience with you. I just want to put this out there right from the beginning. This podcast is not only pertaining to relapse virus drugs, alcohol, or any other addictions. We are open to all topics. However, our main topic is, why do we have addictive behaviors and how can we overcome them? On episode 5 of season 3, I would like to use for a topic something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. Now, anyone that has ever been involved with a traditional wedding, I am pretty sure they have heard this cliche concerning the bride on her wedding day, which means, according to the knot tied in the wedding gown, something old, and it stands for continuity. Something new shows optimism for the future. Something borrowed symbolizes borrowed happiness, and something blue represents purity, love, and fidelity. Now, in my opinion, this is so appropriate for the addicted and just anyone who wishes to use these cliches in their everyday lives as a reference tool. Let's start with something old. Continuity, which means the unbroken and consistent existence or operation of something over a period of time. If everything else in this life should fail you, your relationship with God of the universe or higher power, your spiritual connection to what you believe must always continue. It is the ultimate relationship of your being. Now, everything else can or may take a hike, but me personally, I am in it with him to the end of my days here on this planet, and I believe even afterwards. I learned at an early age that you can lose everything else and still have him. 'Cause the truth in my experiences, he never loses you. Now, let's talk about something new. Always look ahead for the possibilities of starting something new. A lot of times in this life, we start to take things for granted, especially when certain moments and events are or become repetitiously. Now, I personally have a big problem with this. I am quick minded and can get restless very easily. I think it has a lot to do with my addiction. I can become real irritated real quick with what seems like the same old everyday life humdrum. Now, I am sure there are a lot of addicts that suffers from this as well and can relate. It takes focus and commitment to override these emotions that are looking for a temporary fix, which is the craving for my addiction. Things go across my mind like, I am bored out of my mind. I need something new. Well, if we are honest with ourselves, there is nothing new about us trying to escape our reality with some kind of substance abuse. Something new starts with something new. The way we think is the first place to start something new. Change our thinking process is the beginning of the door of something new, and everything else will follow. Like, for example, I will start a business, that type of thought, or I will start a podcast. You get the picture? Now let's talk about something borrowed. Now, in my life, I like to use this quote to keep me humbled and prideful, and not prideful, my mistake. Always keep in mind, we are all connected in one way or another. And it is a great feeling when you have a person or a group of people you can borrow strength, encouragement, and even love from sometimes. Now, this one, you do have to be careful because everyone that you think you can count on for a loan of these services has a high interest rate and can cost you plenty. In other words, everyone that smiles in your face is not your friend. They will hug you with support with one arm and with a knife in their hand to stab you in the back with the other arm. Something borrowed can be beautiful. It makes us vulnerable for the right reasons with the right individuals. Now let's talk about something blue. Now, this one, believe it or not, is very consistent to me because, well, it makes the other three possible and available. I am speaking of Mother Earth herself. This big, beautiful planet that beholds the sunlight by day and the moonlight at night. And Earth is beheld by the Creator himself. Now, I know this may sound crazy to others, but I use the sun and the moon as a point of contact to stay in tune with the God of the universe. I talk to the sun by morning on my way to work and talk to the moon at night before I go to bed. All the other cliches live within this one. Something old, something new, something borrowed. All three have a portion held in the blue. And the blue is held by the God of the universe, who has given the authority to all that exists in it to you. Now, it's going to get a little rocky here. This next statement is just my opinion, in my opinion only. Now, I am not trying to imply that all religious establishments don't serve the purpose of spiritual awareness. That's not my motive here. However, in my opinion, people are looking to know and develop their spirituality beliefs on a higher level. And they want to take their relationships with their higher power to a more intense and intimate connection. Now, I honestly don't believe religious establishments need to add more programs or use more modern technology tactics to gain the favor of people. That they are trying so hard to bring a spiritual connection with the Creator with technology. Now look, I can't speak for anyone else, but me personally, I need a true relationship with a true God of the universe for my real problems and a God that has a real solution. And not all these theatrical effects for entertainment. I need a God to be God and not an idea of him. I personally need to be at an establishment that presents something old. It has a spiritual vitamin of wisdom to offer that has been given to people throughout the ages of time and never ever loses its potency. Something new. Always refreshing my acknowledgement and making me aware of his magnificent creations, including myself and his ability to create when and however he chooses. In his never-ending majestic countenance. Something borrowed. Teaches me to always stay humble and love and forgive others of their flaws, as he has forgiven me of mine. Cause this time on this earth is a lender to me as a gift to experience human life. No time to hate on each other for what I possess or others may possess. All of it, yours and mine, it is all borrowed. Walk only in his perfect love, because it is the eternal life force energy. Something blue. God of this beautiful blue planet and the entire universe is love. And he loves all that dwells in it. Which means, since I am his creation, I shall love all, no matter what, which includes everyone listening, which is you. My friend, take these cliches and apply them to your life and see how they work for you. I am going to give you just a quick review of how all four work for me. Here we go. Something old, God of the universe. Something new, God of the universe. Something borrowed, my life in the blue. Something blue, enjoy the existence of myself, others, and yes, talking with you on the planet, the blue. Well, that's it for episode 5, season 3. Please visit my website, The Overcomers of Relapse Lounge. It is listed on the screen. Please feel free to post on blogs, share thoughts, and also feel free to chat.